Hosanna,
Hello.
aka Hatori.
What's up?
Is it Hatori or Hattery?
You know what? Neither. It's Hatori.
Hatori.
But you know what? I it's really weird. I feel weird saying it myself.
Do you?
I do. I'm not
Why's
used
that?
to it
Oh,
because it's one of those like I don't know, it still feels like not a real thing.
oh,
So I've been
interesting.
doing I know
Yeah,
it's like been my stage name for a while
yeah,
and I still doesn't feel I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. I'll get there maybe. Maybe
No, I get it.
do you
I
have a
think,
special name?
well, so Baptisia is the band concept I have, and I don't have a band. So, and I don't really have any full band arrangements for any of my songs yet. So, but Baptisia is kind of that's the direction I want to go someday. And it is a flower. I could find some pictures and share. Baptisia australis is the initial flower I saw. I always wanted to have the concept named around some kind of a flower or a plant or something.
That
Um, yeah. So,
I like that.
and I thought, not to give away too much of the secret machinations that go on, but I was thinking there are all kinds of different varietals, and I was thinking I could use the Latin names for the EP names,
That's cool.
right? So Australis would be one of them, and then I can't remember the other names, but and then the artwork would have some version of that
Yeah,
incorporated.
it's all so cohesive. That's brilliant.
Well, it seemed easy because I'm not really a visual. I struggle with visual art or visual concepts, and I thought, oh, there's a theme I could like
Right.
just tell a designer or whoever
That makes sense.
this is what I want it to be about. So
Brilliant. So it's
thank
just
you.
a matter of
Yes.
time, and then you'll have a band, and you
I
already have all your EPs planned.
well, Hosanna DeSano. I'm Jeremy Herzer. We are, I would say, old friends at this point, going back a ways. We know each other from doing music for church and other events. We played Taste of Colorado, played Hattori songs for Taste of Colorado, which is still a highlight
Awesome.
uh, in my mind. What a great night. Um, and you've been really busy lately, writing, recording, releasing music.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
I've been really focused this last year on songwriting. I think we've both been writing for a long time, but it seems like we're both kind of trying to kick it into another gear.
Exactly.
And so we had this idea that maybe we should start the new year with a songwriting challenge. I think we were originally going to do it like November,
Mm-hmm.
but then we didn't.
Right. Which
Or
I'm sure because I was sick for like 2 months.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny how like because I think when we came up with the idea, we had many months ahead of that. We're like, November, sure. And but here we are. I'm really glad we're doing this. So the goal is we're each gonna write and just a basic recording. Like my recording today was on my phone, just an MP3 on my phone of a song with just basic instrumentation. And I think we wanted to say like 2.5 minutes as kind of a minimum threshold. So lyrics, music, etc. And did I miss anything in there, or we're
I don't think so. I mean, this is
yeah,
our first one, so if we want to add parameters, we'll do
yeah,
that. For now, this is what we
yeah.
have. So I'm yeah,
I
pretty
love
excited.
it. I did want to give a shout out to there's a podcast called the Weekly Song Podcast, and it's hosted by these two lovely British gentlemen, Declan Kitchener and Roger Heathers, and I've just been listening for a long time, and so a season for them. I don't know exactly how long it is, but each of them writes a song every week, and so I've been consuming that. I've just learned about it this year, and I've been consuming it repeatedly, like going back to episodes and listening. And they are both fantastic musicians and songwriters, and they're really good with theory as well. So I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to any of that, or
I
yeah,
have just a few of them, but I was actually really inspired by their little tangents about music
yeah,
history,
yeah,
artists and their backgrounds, and like little stories here and there that I was like, there's
yeah,
always something, to every
yeah,
detail. So that was cool. But yeah,
yeah.
very inspiring.
And their songs, I think. I mean, there's a lot I like about their process and kind of listening to them. One, they're friends, and it's always those are my favorite podcasts is when you feel like you're listening to two friends talk. But two is like you hear they just approach songwriting in a very different way than I ever have.
Mm.
And that shows in the results that they'll produce a song every week that I'm like, I literally don't know if I could have if I had set out to write that exact song. I don't think I could have. And I just love how every person brings to bear all their, like you said, their influences, their history, all those stories, all those songs they've written before or songs they wanted to write but never wrote, and how that kind of all just comes out when you sit down to do this. So yeah. So thank you, Weekly Song Podcast. Thank you, Roger and Declan. And if I just encourage everybody, if you get an opportunity to check it out. And they're lovely guys. I interacted a little bit with Roger on Instagram. He's a really great dude and was really encouraging. I told him about this, and he said, "Oh, please send us your songs that we come up with."
Not this week.
Maybe another week. I kind of felt the same way. And then he was like, "Yeah, the biggest piece of advice I give you is like, there's no power greater than having a deadline and an accountability partner for writing a song." So like, there you go.
Absolutely. It worked. It
Yeah.
really, because I was scrambling up until literally 3 minutes ago to get this done. And it worked.
Yeah.
It's done.
I love it. Well, Hosanna, I would love to hear your song, or do you want me to start with mine?
I don't mind either
Okay.
way.
Okay. Are you a Zoom aficionado?
Well, aficionado, that's a stretch, but I
Okay.
do share my sound. So
Okay.
how about I share my screen and
That sounds
I just recorded it in my Logic.
great.
So do you want a little background on this?
Well, why don't you, I was thinking, why don't we just listen and then tell me, and I'm actually going to take some, give me just a second here. I'm going to take some notes.
Okay. Yes, please.
Give me just a second
Oh, I'm
here.
nervous.
Because I want to, well, here's the good news. I am a huge fan of yours, and also I have just written a shit song. So you have an ally. You have an ally in me. So
Oh God. I'm sure it's shit. Yeah.
let me see here.
Always written such shit.
Here we go. I'm trying to open my notebooks. Yeah, we'll just do it here. All right. Blow my mind, Hosanna.
Okay, here we go. I found you born from a crack in the brick wall, a supernatural encounter. I don't know how you got there, but I'm glad you did. 'Cause when it rains, yeah, it pours, that's what you said. Nobody ever means that in a good way. I have a feeling you know something that I didn't. Cut me loose, I swear to heaven, this is not what I expected. Why'd you have to make me feel so real? Now I need you now to tell me how to feel so real. Yeah, you should know you ruined me for good. I know you're probably out there laughing at me and my hang-ups from an earth-like place without all of the madness and the made-up games, my penchant for sadness. I know you think it's strange that I'm insecure. Come back here and say it to my face. I know you're right, but I don't have to like it. Why do you have to make me feel so What?
Hosanna.
Oh no.
I'm not kidding. I I loved it.
Really?
I loved it. I
That's
loved it.
I'm so glad you do because when you write a song and then like at the end of it you're like, why do
Yep.
I do this?
Yep.
Yeah, that was this one. This one had me question everything that I knew.
I loved it. What's the title of this song?
I actually don't really have one.
Okay.
Probably I don't know. Real. Let's call it real.
Okay. Let's see. Real is your working title. Oh, Hosanna. Can I give you some notes and then I want to ask you some questions about or not give you some notes. Sorry, just share some observations I had. One, Hosanna, that melody right off the bat in the verse was, I think it's just the pairing of your voice, your chords, and that melody was perfect. It was like I just felt pulled in like right away. And again, I think part of that is that's another thing I love about your music is your vocals are so emotive, and you just like I feel like with your voice there is a story that's not communicated or that you don't need lyrics to communicate. So whatever any of the other songs I've heard you do, your Hatori songs, like you just have a knack for like giving a vocal performance that adds kind of that unspoken layer of communication. And in this, like immediately, I was like, oh my God, I'm about to have my heart broken. Just hearing your voice and not knowing what the song was about, but hearing your voice with that melody. So just beautiful. Just
That's huge. Thank you.
really beautiful. I really like the lift in the pre-chorus. I like that progression a lot. And I really liked in verse two. So you go from that big kind of drawn out real and then back into kind of a more staccato is the wrong word, but kind of a staccato, almost rapid fire lyrical approach to verse two. So I really like that as well. Um, I thought this was great. It's
Oh
really
man,
beautiful.
you could be lying to your face, but I'm very grateful that you.
Well, it's a good song. I think you should be proud of this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey, I guess it's the first of the year. Why
for,
not?
for a you know a 24-hour.
Right.
That's pretty impressive. So, did you have an idea going into this particular song? Did you say like this is the topic I'm going to write about, or did you? Yeah.
No. So this
Okay.
this was actually kind of fun. So I was recording my own process and really like thinking out loud. Okay, how do I write songs?
Yeah.
Every time I've written a song, it's kind of just started with something that wasn't planned. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of them, it wasn't like I sat down and I was like, I want to write this type of song, and then I did it. It was always like, I have an idea, boom, I have a chord progression, I'll start there, or whatever. Um, what I did this time round, because I wanted it to be kind of just out of nowhere, um, I literally picked up a book and then I picked five random words in it.
Wow.
I basically brainstormed some sentences, some phrases, some words just from those, kind of tying those random words together
Yeah.
creates these other new concepts. And then from that came out this idea of it kind of all started with that very first line. I found you growing from the crack in a brick wall.
Mm.
That made me think of this person that I met. It was an old friend of mine over 10 years ago, and she was just like a magical person who just
Yeah.
didn't make sense in the context of where she was and the people. She just was her own brilliant thing, and it didn't make sense that she was thriving the way that she was. Um, and I know I've written a song about her before, but yeah, she unfortunately passed away a
Hmm.
while back. But yeah, she's one of those like really special people that I keep coming back to.
Mm-hmm.
That first line kind of made me go in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. My goodness, that's fantastic. Did you find so you think that's a process you would repeat?
I think I would, but I think I would use it more so if I get stuck. Like
I
it would
see.
more as like a little jump that, you know, because I
Yeah.
think I have a lot of topics that I would already like to write about.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Versus showing up with
yeah,
yeah.
but I feel like that felt like cheating. Like I felt like I couldn't go and take an idea that I've already kind of developed, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, this has to be completely from scratch.
Totally. Yep.
So, but yeah, that was an interesting thing because having like random words thrown at me like helped me actually break through my need to rhyme everything.
Yeah.
When I write and I'm writing just like focused on lyrics, I try to rhyme everything and I hate it.
Yeah.
And everything just becomes too like sectioned and
Mm-hmm.
equally, you know,
Yep.
phrased. And so
Yep.
that actually really did help. Just having random words thrown in, random sentences, um, that helped loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah. Very cool. I mean, I love the vibe, and I really it makes me want to know more about the story. Like I assume this is you would consider this maybe wet clay, kind of
Yeah,
something you might come back to.
yeah, yeah,
To me,
exactly.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's something that like I would like listening to it back. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, like it has a vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very coffee shop, like very what's the word? It's very emotional, I guess,
Uh
but
huh.
it's not something that would really grab anyone's attention, I don't think. At least to me. I don't know.
I
This is
mean,
just
I I'm a sucker for this exact thing. I'm not
maybe
kidding.
I think I am overthinking it. I always do this.
Oh,
I'm
of
like,
course.
to make it like more memorable or how
Yeah.
like something more catchy or more biting, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so I'd probably like revisit some of the words and switch them out or
Hmm.
say something a little bit more off-putting. I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I would change a few things for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think it's. I personally, I think there's a ton of meat on the bone here. Um, I would. I had an emotional moment listening to it, and I think if I had the opportunity to, like that, this is the kind of song that I want to listen to, with my headphones on, with my eyes closed, and just, well, I guess I am. Uh, but this, I don't want to be hyperbolic, right? Just to pump you up, even though I'm a big fan of yours. But I would come back to this song
That's
if as a listener multiple times. So
that's really cool.
I love it.
I before we move on because I'm so excited to hear yours. What I tend to do when I listen back
Hmm.
stuff, I need to stop. I listen back from the perspective of someone that is very critical, like
Sure.
just like literally like kind of someone like at a bar that's like listening to this scenario.
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, what wouldn't they like about it? I'm not thinking about what would they like about it. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about the part sucks,
Hmm.
which is really sad because like I feel like that sucks the joy out of the writing and the song and the music itself. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of that habit. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think there's a lot of this past year. I joined a songwriters organization, so I've just met, you know, 20 or 30 other songwriters this year, and it's interesting like how the same things like that come up.
Mm-hmm.
Not with everybody, right? But there's just a lot of people who are like, I don't know about you, but about 90% of the time, 10% of the time you have that rare spark where it's just like, that's a good song. Even my biggest critic, can't
Yes.
right tear that apart. There's some things to correct, but generally it's a good song. 90% of the time, I finish a song and I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever created, and this is stupid. And it's amazing how many other artists and songwriters go through that exact,
Yeah.
thing. And
Yeah, that's
so,
crazy. I really thought that I was terrible, but I guess if every artist, is their
right.
biggest critic, that makes me feel a little bit better.
I think the guy one of the guys who writes South Park, they've been on the air for 20 whatever seasons and won awards. He said that at every episode he thinks this is the worst episode I've ever written, and he means it. You know, but it's just funny how
Tortured artist.
our internal critic is such a jackass. So, well,
Well, thank you for that feedback.
thank you for sharing it. I can't wait to hear more of this.
So how about you? How
All
did
right.
you challenge? First of all, were you excited? Were you nervous?
I was excited and nervous.
Great.
Yeah, because of what I just described, right? And so I have I don't know 4 journals
Mm.
chocked full of stupid ideas. I say stupid ideas. I don't know. Somebody else might look at them and go, "There's gold in here." But to me, I look back and I go, "Ugh, that is the cringiest, most trite, like straight down the fairway lyrics I can think of."
Stuff too.
Yeah, right. So I was nervous about the idea of letting somebody else into see that stuff. So yeah, but I was excited because it feels good to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels good. I've talked a big game on this kind of stuff for a long time. Like, I want to get better at songwriting. I want to really be a songwriter. And it's like, well, guess what? There's one way you do that. So it feels good to actually put a pen to paper, so to speak, and know that we have a deadline, and also know that I have a partner.
Mhm.
So, and again, not to gush too much about you, Hosanna, but somebody that I really think highly of and really respect, so that it's like, well, take it seriously and try. You know what I mean? As opposed to, not to say like I need to do better than Hosanna, but like I just like your songs, right? So,
You know what? Right back at you. And
thank
I
you.
think at least for me, it's not healthy, but it's my best form of motivation is fear of humiliation. You and I know that you know what a good
Yep.
song is.
Yep.
So I know that whatever I bring to you, you're gonna give me honest feedback.
Yeah. I will.
That
Yep.
fear keeps me going. All
Yep.
right. Let's
Okay. Okay. So I have my lyrics up here. Um, Now this, I'll just play the song and I'll put my lyrics up, and then I'll talk about it. Wind ripping through my hair, dirt swirling all around, the rush of freedom past my ears, drowning out all other sounds. Highline poles racing past, prairie sunset paints the sky. Every orange, red and blue, forever etched into my mind. Well, I go back there all the time. My childhood memories take to fly, but I'm running through a field, or just out riding my bike. I miss the freedom just to be that I had when I was 9. Yeah. Every year it gets harder to remember who I was. All the pictures of a little boy making faces of cake and mud. I can hear the whisper of the me I used to know. Now was climbing trees
childhood memories take to fly, and I'm running through a field, or just out riding my bike. Well, I miss the freedom just to be that I had when I was 9. Oh, and I go back there all the time. My childhood memories take to fly, when all the world was new to me, before worry consumed my mind. I miss the freedom just to be that I had when I was 9. Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy,
Hosanna.
what the hell? That like I don't know, maybe this is just like the place in life I am in right now, but that hit me.
Hmm.
It's like the theme of it. I think, I noticed like the first of all, I love the progression.
Thanks. Yeah.
So wait, what was the first chord?
C major 7.
And it's in C?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just a
Well, sort of.
because I know there's some non-diatonic chords happening there, right?
Yeah. So, well, yes, that's right. So there's my theory is not good enough. I could sit down and if I wrote it out, I could figure out what was happening there,
Sure.
but I'm not
I just know it wasn't just like,
1, 4, 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I
Thank
think
you.
what works so well is actually the theme. So
Hmm.
you open with these beautiful visuals. It's funny that you said you're not a visual person because I feel like lyrically that was
Hmm.
very vibrant.
Hmm.
Like I could picture like you were describing a scene in every single part of that song. I could picture it,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it super, super memorable.
Hmm.
And it ties it in with the melody. It was just like, I mean, it was like all the senses,
Hmm.
which is funny because like when I did there was a songwriting challenge that some guy like did, and one of his challenges was like try to incorporate as many of the senses as you can.
Interesting.
Because as you're listening, you're imagining every single one of those. It
Yeah.
becomes more memorable. It's more tangible. You did that just automatically. You just did all of those things. So, and then that combined with the non-diatonic like chord progressions, like it just felt dreamy. Like it just
Yeah.
felt like
Hmm.
very nostalgic somehow.
That's
Even
good.
though I've never heard this song before, but nostalgia felt like. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then I've always loved your voice. I mean,
Thank you.
it's just ridiculous. Like you have just such a consistent vibrato, and you know what I really appreciate is the way that you change, even when you go back to the same melody or the same
Mm-hmm.
chorus or whatever, you always change something,
Mm-hmm.
and just a little bit, and it's just enough that you maintain the repetition that you need to make it feel
Mm-hmm.
like a song,
Yeah.
but you have the little changes that add a little bit of flavor.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that.
Thank you.
Dang, like that was beautiful. Like I want to go back and listen to it like right now. Okay.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you felt this way when I was giving you feedback, but I kind of can't believe someone else likes it.
What?
I mean, it just, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean. I know.
yeah, it's like, I know I've heard worse songs, right? But uh, and that really means a lot to me. Everything you shared, thank you. And it's interesting you're saying about it being a visual, um, painting such a picture, because I don't typically. I almost always start songwriting with lyrics,
Hmm.
and it's actually something I really want to get away from. And I do have, I use Logic, and sometimes you just mess around or playing guitar, and I find something and I just stash it away for
Yeah.
another day. But almost always, when I say I'm going to go write songs, I almost always sit down with my notepad first.
Mm.
And Dave Bazan talked about how his favorite way to write songs, and this is several years ago, so maybe he wouldn't agree with this anymore. His favorite way to write songs are to sit down at a piece of paper with no idea what he's going to write about. And so I've been trying that, to just kind of like excavate a little bit, like what's in there. So this was interesting, to sit down with the guitar first. And I don't know why I played a major 7 chord, but I always like them. And then I just moved up, 4 frets on the guitar. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of fun. And that just led to all these other things. And then I was left with, well, what is this song about now? Like, how does it feel? And I heard Eddie Vedder once say that when the band would bring him music, they'd bring him a song. He said, I would close my eyes and try to imagine, like, where am I when I hear this song? And I don't know why, but something popped into my head. I have this memory of, I grew up in Oklahoma, and my dad, he had this old blue farm truck with no tailgate on it, and he would drive us down to the lake, um, you know, 10 miles away or so. And on the way back, us kids, we'd sit in the back. We always did. We rode everywhere in the back of the truck. And I remember my best friend and I, we would have a towel, and we would lean out the side of the truck, and then we'd pull the towel like that so the wind would catch it and hit you in the face. I don't know why we thought that was funny, but now I look back and go, how did we not die? So
Oh yeah.
this was the memory in my mind when I was when I started playing these chords, was like just being in the back of the truck and the wind and the sky and just dirt, and just you just been at the lake, and everything was, you
Oh
know
yeah.
was perfect. Life was perfect.
Yep.
And I think one thing I really want to I want to work on during this challenge is I struggle with, kind of like you talked about, like everything has to rhyme.
Mhm.
For me, I really struggle with what is this song about, or what is the story? What's the kind of poignant truth that I'm trying to extract?
Mm.
And I didn't intend to write a song about, sort of the innocence of missing the innocence of childhood, but like that's kind of where my brain always tries to take it to, something I can just put a bow on and say, this is the thought.
Mhm.
So I really was trying to write something more ambiguous and poetic and uh,
I think
nebulous, but
I mean, in this case and for this song, it needed to be. I feel like it shouldn't be more
yeah.
ambiguous than this. Like, because it's such a beautiful concept,
Hmm.
the whole idea of nostalgia about your childhood. It doesn't have to be ambiguous. It's just like,
Yeah.
this is good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
And it was interesting today. I was working on it today, trying to get in under the wire. Uh, I kind of just gave up fighting that fight. So I was like, this is what the song's about. Just write it. Just stop being so precious about it. And, you know,
then here it
uh,
is.
yeah. So
I love it.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think I might go back and tighten up some of maybe the melody, just some items there. And a part of that is uh, working around, like you said, non-diatonic chord progressions. I was like, I don't know where, what note is working in the
Right.
chords versus my vocal performance here. So I think I need to tighten some of that up. But
I thought it was
yeah,
beautiful. Because I didn't even understand what diatonics were until not too long ago, but
yeah.
I always knew that I liked those weird sounding,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah,
changes. So huge fan. You just listen to it. If it sounds cool, it's cool.
it's cool. That's
You know
right.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
man, that's awesome. I'm so excited about this. This is a
yeah,
good
me too.
start. Like, I was excited because I'd be writing songs,
Yeah.
you know, but like even more so, I'm excited because I get to hear
Yeah.
a Jeremy original every
I,
week.
I feel the same. I feel the same.
This next week, are there any parameters you would like to set or anything that you would like to focus on to challenge yourself?
Um, I don't think so. I am. My next song will be in Logic, so I will record it in Logic, and that's something else. And I guess I'm really just saying this for me and for anybody else who might listen to this is I found one of my big struggles to finishing songs has been production.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm not a great guitar player. Like I can comp chords. Well, I just mean if I have a lead part or something, it takes me take after take after take after take, and eventually I've spent 3 hours just you know, on a lead guitar part, and I don't want to come back and do that again the next day. You know what I mean?
Yep, I get that.
So I have started just like get the idea on your phone, get it down, right, and you can come back and. But I think for this next week, I definitely want to do it in Logic, to a click, with all that, and I think. Again, I don't have any idea of what I'm going to start writing about tomorrow. But that is something I want to start these things and give myself a whole week to work on them.
Yeah.
Although, again, I did find something kind of cathartic about just reminding myself today that like you don't have time.
You gotta do it.
So, you know all the words that you need to say what you need to say. Just put them down and move on.
Yeah.
So that was liberating.
That's cool. I think.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna start tomorrow,
Yep.
Friday. That's a good tip, good challenge for myself.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I think I want to, because my default is to write on the piano.
Mm-hmm.
My second is the guitar, but I recently injured my fingers, so I can't play the guitar at all. It hurts.
Yep.
So I am now left with my DAW. So what I might do is actually start with a beat.
Nice.
I don't do that a lot, so I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna try starting with a beat.
That's awesome. One of the things I wanted to do during this challenge is do something entirely in Logic. So I'm not a piano player, but only using my MIDI keyboard, to hash out all the parts. So, and my voice, but
yeah.
So that's cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is so cool. I'm so excited about it.
Me too.
Thank you for inviting me to do this.
Thank you for being my friend and for participating and for being a killer songwriter and musician. Can't wait to hear next week. Can't wait to hear your next song.
So excited.